On each side of their muzzle, they have something called vibresses, which are like their whiskers. They help sense things. Mother California sea lions leave their pups in the wild to go forage for food and come back and can recognize their young by vocals. As you can maybe tell, California sea lions are very vocal and use vocalizations to communicate.
And beyond. This whale's story is the ocean's story, and it is one we all share.
Welcome to SeaWorld's Orca Encounter. My name is Blake, and I'm so honored to introduce you to this intriguing and majestic animal. There's nothing like seeing killer whale up close and learning about them and their natural behaviors. We hope that this Orca Encounter will help you all better understand these magnificent creatures and all that they represent.
While they are found in every ocean, orcas living off the coast of Iceland are quite different than those near Costa Rica. In fact, there are at least 10 types, or ecotypes, of killer whales. An ecotype describes the differences between killer whales' size, physical form, prey, social structure, and habitat. As you can see, the differences are subtle, but noticeable when compared side by side. Orcas are adapted perfectly to their environments. And even the whale's black and white coloration has a purpose. It camouflages the outline of their bodies in the water, making it easier for them to surprise and catch their prey. When viewed from above, the black of the whale blends in with the dark depths of the ocean. When viewed from below, the orca's white bellies match the brighter surface of the water, blending with the light above, giving them the perfect camouflage.
Killer whales truly are incredible animals, and my friend Shuka is going to help me show you all some of their physical characteristics. If you look on the top of her head, you'll notice her blowhole, which is perfectly designed for getting a quick breath of air at the surface of the water. It's also how they make all their vocalizations. Even the location of their eyes works to their advantage. It looks like their eyes are located in that white patch, but that's a visual distraction. Their eyes are really located just in front of that white patch, camouflaged from thrashing prey. The fin on top of the whale's back is called a dorsal fin, which helps stabilize the whales as they swim and regulates their body temperature. There's no bone or muscle in the dorsal fin, so just like Shuka, you may see it curve over a bit. Now the flippers on either side of the whale are called pectoral flippers, and they're mainly used for steering and stopping. Pectoral flippers have 5 bony digits inside of them, just like our human hand. Now, the lobes on either side of the tail are called flukes. Tail flukes are the killer whale's engine, propelling them up to 30 miles an hour, which is as fast as a speedboat. But they swim the fastest and use the most power when propelling their nearly 10,000-pound bodies all the way up and out of the water.
Good.
Killer whales are highly social animals with a well-defined social structure. An orcapod is always led by a female. Though just half the size of her male counterpart, she is in charge. It's all about attitude, not size. Because they live and work as a group, orcas need to communicate with sounds and body language. Orcas use clicks for echolocation or navigation. Whistles to socialize in the pod. And calls for group coordination and hunting. Vocal development studies here at SeaWorld show that early on, calves learn vocalization from their mothers. But as they grow, they learn from others close to them as well. This is a bottlenose dolphin call that Shuka learned and even taught other killer whales here at SeaWorld. In fact, orcas are the largest members of the dolphin family. Whales here and in the wild use vocalization to communicate all the time.
Like most animals, killer whales use body language as part of their communication. You might see them use a peck slap to show dominance or to get noticed. Shuka is showcasing this behavior right now. Now a mother might use this to get attention of her calf. But when killer whales really want to be heard, they breach. Spy hopping is how killer whales coordinate and get a better view of their surroundings while they hunt. Kalia is showcasing this behavior right now.
Like it?
Fluke slaps are another form of communication that killer whales use out in the wild and right here at SeaWorld.
Hey, sorry.
Killer whales are master
want to go get
communicators, so it's no wonder they're at the top of our ocean's food chain.
My hometown.
Killer whales work together to rear their young, protect their pod, and most importantly, pursue and catch their prey. Every day they cooperate to survive in the wild oceans of the world. The orca's hunting techniques are as varied as the whales themselves. Norwegian killer whales will circle herring, herding them together. The whales use sounds to coordinate with each other and to disorient the herring. With the fish confused and contained, the whales stun them with their powerful tail flukes, making for an easy meal.
Whales in the southern hemisphere will capture sea lions by pulling them straight off the beach. Shuka is showcasing a similar behavior right here in her slide out. Antarctic killer whales will create waves that wash over floating ice and knocking seals into the water. Kalia is showcasing her wave-making technique with a bit of a twist, demonstrating one of the many impressive and complex hunting abilities found by killer whales around the world. Now you all just saw these waves crashing in front of you, but it's truly impossible to imagine the amount of water displaced and to experience it firsthand. But lucky for all of us, we have a very brave volunteer who's wearing a poncho. She's smart. She's gonna come on down and she's gonna experience the power of the killer whale's wave. So why don't we give our volunteer a warm round of applause? Come on down. All right. Now you're going to go ahead and sit over there on that little blue box. All right, now the salt water is 55 degrees. You're wearing a poncho, so you're cheating a little bit, but we'll let it slide. All right, you ready to get wet? Yeah? You guys ready to see her get wet? All right, let's see what we got. Now we got Shuka, one of our smaller whales at just over about 6,000 pounds, but she brings a pretty big wave. So there goes Shuka, and here comes her wave. And that is how we do it here at Orca Encounter. Round of applause for a very brave volunteer. And you're still dry. All right, well, it counts. All right, come on up. Nicely done. Now, killer whales are found in all of our world's oceans, so it's no surprise to eat all different types of prey, including other whales.
They're gone. They're gone. It went away.
Now, the animal that you see on screen behind me is the blue whale. The blue whale is the largest animal on Earth.
Huge.
It's 5 times longer and 50 times heavier than whales like Kalia or Shuka. So you may be wondering, how does a whale their size take down a whale that size out in the open ocean? It's all possible, because killer whales are the ultimate team players. Take a look.
In this example, we see the larger male orcas surround a sperm whale, forming a perimeter, while the females continue to drive the whale forward until it reaches exhaustion. The calves then move in to join the adults in the group. Whatever their prey, killer whales always cooperate and hunt together, making them a highly successful predator.
Sorry.
Now, play is an important part of everyday lives for killer whales. It's how they teach young to hunt, and it's how they practice their skills as they grow. Killer whales spend a lot of time interacting and showing their playful side, out in the wild and right here at SeaWorld. Now, one of those playful behaviors that you may see is a behavior called porpoising. And that's when a killer whale swims really fast at the surface of the water, briefly breaking out of it momentarily. Now you can see them do this when riding in the wake of a boat or when surfing a wave. Killer whales are very tactile animals and enjoy being touched. You might see them rub their bellies on rocks when they can. Ulysses is coming on over to our slide out to show off similar behavior. You'll also see killer whales imitating one another. This is how they teach each other new things. Our whales are constantly mimicking and learning from one another, and us, right here at SeaWorld. Now, playful behavior always has a purpose. A tail whip might be used to stun a school of fish. But today, a tail whip might be stunning our soak zone. We interact with our killer whales all day, every day, which allows us to build trusted relationships with them and provide them with research, healthcare, and a great quality of life. In fact, all 8 of our killer whales take an active role in participation in their own healthcare and well-being through the use and training of husbandry behaviors, which are behaviors that allow us to take care of the whales. One of those husbandry behaviors that you may see is asking the whales to flip over and present us with the bottom of their tail fluke. This allows us to get a great look at their entire body, but it also allows us to get a voluntary blood sample from the veins running through the underside of the tail. You can see Keith doing it with his unique flukes up on stage. We'll also ask our whales to slide up onto a scale so we can monitor their weight. We weigh our whales once a week, and this ensures that our adult whales are maintaining a healthy weight and that our littler whales are growing properly. Now, all of this is done with positive reinforcement, and we can even ask for something as incredible as a voluntary breath sample. It's all due to the trust and relationships we build every single day, right here at SeaWorld. Now, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce you all to a very special whale. She's coming on over. Here she comes. Now, this is 35-year-old Orchid. Let's give her a big round of applause when she comes up. She loves it. There we go. Now, Orchid is super special because she was the very first killer whale born right here at SeaWorld San Diego. And she's one of the smartest whales, knowing over 300 behaviors. Not only that, but she can take multiple different behaviors and combine them to create one brand new one. Orchid inspires me to help protect her wild counterparts, and I hope that she does the same for you all today. We challenge our whales every single day to learn something new and stimulate their minds. Diet, exercise, play, and lots of love keep the whales in great shape.
The whales here at SeaWorld have helped killer whales in the wild by participating in many research studies. One ongoing study monitors the whale's heart rate and breathing to understand how marine noise pollution from ship engines and other sources affect wild populations. In another study, scientists from NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, took measurements of the killer whales living here, including pregnant whales. By comparing these measurements with drone footage of killer whales in the wild, scientists are able to monitor the wild population's nutritional and reproductive states. Other research has been done here at SeaWorld on the mother whale's milk composition. This research will help create an effective model to understand how toxins in the ocean impact wild killer whales and their milk supply.